Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Pawida Pataraprasit. My advisor name is Associate Professor Atipan Pimkhawkham. Today, we would like to present our research topic, Stability of Aggressive Thread Design Implant BLX, a pilot study. We are from Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Faculty of Dentistry, Chulalongkorn University, Bangkok, Thailand. This is our content today. Introduction, objective, material method, result discussion, and conclusion. Let's begin with introduction. Implant stability is a condition that the implant is ensured and has no mobility. It can demonstrate the intimacy between implant and bone and used to evaluate the osseointegration process. The implant stability consists of primary and secondary stabilities. Primary stability is achieved from the mechanical engagement of the implant to alveolar bone at the time of implant placement. Secondary stability is determined by the amount of new bone formation as biological healing process. From this graph, show the trend of implant stabilities. Firstly, the primary stability is high, leading to satisfactory osseointegration process. After that, the primary stability is reduced due to bone remodeling process. The secondary stability continuously increases over time. If the decrease rate of primary stability is more rapid than the elevation rate of secondary stabilities, the overall stability is lessened to the lowest point of stability dip. The average peak of stability dip is 4 weeks. The primary stability and secondary stability show an inverted relationship. It has many methods to assessment the implant stabilities. The Resonant Frequency Analysis, or IFA, is a recommended non-invasive method to detect implant stabilities. This method was presented by Meredith in 1998. The IFA device detects the specific vibrate frequency from a piezoelectric transducer and converted it to ISQ, or implant stability quotient values, ranging from 0 to 100. Earlier study noticed that the IFA is highly precise method with a reproducibility properties. Thus, twice record in the perpendicular direction is adequate. Moreover, the implant architecture and design is an important factor to promote implant stabilities. The BLX implants was recently launched. This implant design has an aggressive implant thread with a two-side cutting edge for engaging alveolar bone and obtaining maximum primary stabilities. The core material is titanium combined with zirconia or rock solid, which are higher tensile and fatigue strength than pure titanium. However, there is no evidence of BLX stability in clinical study. The study about BLX is filed and presented as case report and in vitro study. Therefore, our study investigates the stability of aggressive thread design implant BLX using implant stability quotient values. Let's move to the material and methods. A prospective cohort study was performed at the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Faculty of Dentistry, Chulalongkorn University. The study design protocol were approved by the Human Ethics Committee. The research sample group were recruited and selected using the inclusion and exclusion criteria presented below. For the research method, the study began with placement. The BLX implant follows Strawman protocol. with non-submerged technique. Then record the insertion torque and implant stability quotient value or SQ at the buccal and mesial side. Then we calculated to overall ISQ. We measure immediately after placement and at 6 weeks follow-up. Moreover, periapical radiograph will be done after implant placement and 6-week follow-up too. For statistical analysis, the paired t-test was used to compare the ISQ value between the buccal and mesial side in each follow-up time. And the one-way ANOVA test was used to evaluate the ISQ of different insertion torque groups at each time. This is results and discussion. 12 BLX implants were placed in 5 male and 9 female. The left side graph is an ISQ at operative day. The mean overall ISQ is 77.96 minus plus 5.81, ranging from 65.5 to 84.5. For the right side graph is an ISQ at week 6 follow-up. The mean overall ISQ is 73.92 minus plus 4.38, ranging from 68.5 to 82. The ISQ value at the buccal and mesial sides were not statistically different at operative day and 6-week follow-up. Although the overall ISQ at week 6 is lower than operative day, but the value were not statistically different. Considering implant insertion torque, the insertion torque was divided into 3 groups. Group A, 25 to 30 Newton centimeter. Group B is 35 to 45 Newton centimeter. And Group C is more than 50 Newton centimeter. At operative day, for the buccal side, the RFA are not statistically significant in different insertion torque group, but at the mesial side and overall ISQ. The ISQ are statistically significant between insertion torque groups A, 25 to 30 Newton centimeter, and insertion torque group C, more than 50 Newton centimeter, with p-value at 0.3 and 0.49 correspondingly. For the discussion, Pataraprasit et al. In 2017 report that the stability of SLA surface implant was firstly decreased after implant placement until 4 weeks. Then the stability pattern changed to increase over time. Bernstein et al. In 2005 demonstrated that the early loading at 6 weeks of SLA surface implant has 99% 5-year success rate. The remaining implant has favorable clinical and radiographic outcomes. Cocan et al. At 2004 show an overall success rate of 99.12 at 3 years and 97.38 after 5 years of 1990 implants that early load at 6 weeks. It can be stated that the early load at 6 weeks of SLA surface has very high implant survival and success rate after 5 years. Regardless of the follow-up time is being only 6 weeks, the overall ISQ at 6 weeks is over 70, 73.92 minus plus 4.38. Valerie et al. Present the mean IFA as 69, ranking from 57 to 82. The IFA was measured at 1 year after functional loading to represent the fully osseointegrated implant. Also, the mean IFA at 6 weeks of this study is related to an earlier study. This can indicate that the BLX implant has high implant stability, leading to successful osseointegration. Thereby, this aggressive design implant is crucial in a challenging situation, including poor bone type, and immediate implant placement. For limitation of our study, this study is a pilot study with a small sample size. So further study should be done to illustrate the definite BLX stability in different bone type situations. A measurement of implant stability at a sequencing time point after implant placement is also suggested to study too. Conclusion. The ISQ value at operative day and week 6 are not significantly different. The overall ISQ are high and more than 70, demonstrating the high implant stability of this aggressive test design implant, leading to successful clinical outcome. For the implant that have insertion torque over 50 Newton centimeter, the overall ISQ at operative day is superior to the 25 to 30 Newton centimeter torque group. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask me. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. Is there any question?
I have some question.
Please.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. I have some question about why do you measure RFA just buccal and mesial, and why you measure just one time?
So we have an earlier study that we study about the IFA, and we found that the IFA is very highly precise method. And so we're gonna measure only the buccal for the stability in buccal and lingual side, and the mesial for the stability in the mesial and distal side. So two measurement is adequate. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any question? We have 3-minute break for question.
Okay. During we waiting, may I ask, probably I may not catch up the whole presentation. May I ask, how about the operator? How many surgeons do you use? I mean, perform this implant insertion?
Actually, the main surgeon is 3 surgeons. It is my 2 advisors and me. Yeah.
Is the surgeon factor affect the stability?
I think the surgeon factor is very affect because we need to have the experienced surgeon to do it. So we're gonna select only the experienced surgeon to do this.
Yeah. How to control this one? That means, do you have the condition of the surgeon, like?
Yeah, the experienced surgeon. Yeah.
How experienced do you define in this study? I mean, just as have experience of put implant for more than 5 implants, something like that.
I think more than, because this implant has a learning curve to do, because this is a new one. I think maybe 10 implant with this one. Yeah.
And which area? You say like any bone type can be used with this BLX implant. Is that correct?
In this research, we don't study about the bone type. We just study all of the implant, but the site is only at the posterior.
Only at the posterior. Do you think the bone type will affect?
Yeah, I think the bone type will be affected, but we need to first study in the further situation, because now it's only a pilot study. And we just study only the IFA in and overall IFA. Yeah.
And why do you choose 6 weeks will be the time point for the evaluation of ISQ?
Okay, so if you know that from this graph, from this
1
graph
minute left.
that I showed you, for the average week of stability dip is 4 weeks, and in the research show that at 6 weeks, no, just a moment.
It's okay.
I have a research that the early load at 6 weeks, the implant has a good survival and success rate. So we study at 6 weeks.
Okay, because you present like from this graph, the maximum secondary stability will reach at 8 weeks. That's why I asked why you use 6 weeks, not 8 weeks. Your answer is because the recommendation for immediate restoration is 6 weeks. That's why.
Yeah. But I think the architecture and design of this implant may affect the stability too. So I choose at 6 weeks.
Do you have any problem in insertion of this kind of implant in dense bone in your research?
In the dense bone,
Yes.
I think it's not have much problem because the thread has like cutting edge to engaging. So the torque of this implant may be more than 50 or 70. I'm not sure. I want to check again, but maybe 70, because in the old version like DL, they can just only 35 and the future mount will broken, but this type has higher torque. We can insert it. Yeah.
Okay. One last question, please.
Excuse me, we time overs for question.
That's
Sorry
why
about
this
that.
topic is very interesting. Okay.
And thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yeah, you can
Thank you for
add
your
more time
presentation.
if you
Okay.
want.